The Athens piece is going to have different material as well. The white marble that's in the base of this piece is actually the base for the Athens piece as well. And then there's also the cast concrete. We'll be using some of the cast aluminum and cast bronze pieces. And right now I'm still deciding on whether I'm going to use natural stone. I probably won't because I think it's too specific to here, to Vermont, to bring over to Athens. I don't think that's going to work. But that's the palette at this point. If you're coming down the stairs of the embassy from the parking area, you'll be seeing it from this point of view, and this is the part of the piece that goes below the grade. And water will be flowing off this edge into a cistern, and that's all underground. You won't see it. And then that water recycles to the top, which is almost 65 feet away, and then comes out of a well and pours over this surface and runs down this area here. And that will all be stone. And then it shifts over into an area that's both stone and planting, and it just meanders down and then spills here.
The ground is stepping up this way, but Michael's piece is stepping up this way.
The structures are stepping down the hill, and the piece is actually going against that, but referencing those steps. So it may, I'm hoping that it'll help you see that relationship between the land itself and the site itself, and help you reflect on how the built landscape is related to the structured landscape. Working on a project like this, it takes many different craft abilities, and I don't have them. So it's a team effort. My ability is the form of what you're seeing here, and a decision about material and what you're really looking at. But when we go to the quarry, you're going to meet a stone sawyer who I've been working with for over 20 years. All of this is done on a very beautiful machine that can do this kind of detail. The woodwork, there's someone I work with very closely. I've worked with for also almost 20 years. And once I've decided that I want this curve and I want this surface and I want those cutouts, he will transform them because he's a real craftsman in wood. Once it's built, to take this apart is also a major operation. So we make very specific drawings. There's one fellow who only works with me on the reconstruction of these pieces. Jason has been working with me for a couple of years, and he's done this wonderful three-dimensional drawing, and you can move the drawing around. So again, in this rendering, the piece that Paul was working on is a piece like this, and it's showing the planting coming up over it, and there's a bench for someone to sit on, and the water is flowing off down, and it actually goes below the grade. We now have a foundation that's complete, and the next step that's going on right now is the engineer is going to make what's called as-built drawings. These light gray pieces are all pieces that are going to be the cast concrete. The piece that Paul Elliott did yesterday was a piece from this area of the precast that you watched him pour. The darker gray is all the royal marble. This grid still hasn't been worked out. We're still working on it. Parts of this will be the cast aluminum. copper, bronze pieces, and water runs over this. So as you can see, I'm still drawing on this piece, on this drawing. Still making some final decisions before we go into the final production of the project. The work that I'm doing in Athens is public work. People have to interact with it. It has to have functional aspects. It has to be able to be maintained. There are real issues that need to be addressed. That's a very different process of thinking and doing than something like this. An artist's own studio is a world of itself. So anything goes here. But once you enter the public realm, you take a different responsibility.